Devotion Angel Food Cake. I'm actually terrified to review this product because I have some friends out there who use Devotion and
It's crazy how devoted they are.
pun totally intended. Cost, macros, taste. Let's do this thing. When it comes to cost, I first need to ask my friends to please don't rip my nuts off when I say this, but this is a very expensive protein powder. I got a 10 serving size sample pack on their website for $45, so $4.50 per serving, and the largest size you can get a 30 serving tub for $60. That's $2 per serving, which would normally be a 1 out of 10. And before anybody calls me biased for my flex deal, my metrics on these reviews have been set in stone for months at this point in time, but considering they're a small business, I will give them a break and give them a 2 out of 10 on cost. When it comes to macros, Devotion does awesome. It's a whey casein protein powder that has a 5 on the CTP. It also only has 11 ingredients, 3 of which could be considered negative with the artificial sweeteners of Moltron, sucralose, and Ace K. As always though, I don't worry too much about those, so it gets a solid macro score of 8 out of 10. Alright, with how often I see Devotion around TikTok and how many of my TikTok friends use Devotion, I'm actually excited for this shake, which is something I never say. So, let's do this thing. First sip, not very sweet, primarily tasting a vanilla type flavor. It does have a pretty strong protein taste being in the shake. I would be okay with that protein taste if it had a little bit more sweetness to go with it, but it's not super sweet. So for shake score, 7 out of 10. Now let's see if Kitchen Bitch can finish my cake up already.
I don't know why you're rushing me. You better give this thing a 10 out of 10. Otherwise, you're gonna have some pissed off Devotion fan ladies pulling an Oprah on your ass.
Let's get him! Burn him!
Yes, I'm well aware of the damn risk, okay? Bring me the cake.
All right, buddy. Hope they don't chase you out of town.
One of the few times me and him will agree. I hope you don't run me out of town if I don't like this thing. But the texture on the inside looks like it retained its moisture very nicely, being a whey casein, and that MCT in there probably helped it out a lot. I'm actually having high hopes for this thing with it having the MCT in there. So let's see how it does. First bite, that is very moist, and that straight up tastes like Angel Food Cake. Got a good level of sweetness. It does have a little bit of a protein taste to it, but it's not overly abundant. I wish it was a little bit sweeter, but it does have less of a protein aftertaste that kind of comes with it. The frosting by itself isn't super sweet. It actually by itself doesn't even have that much of an Angel Food Cake taste to it. But when it's put in that actual cake, that's fantastic. For the bake score, that cake was very moist, very fluffy. The only thing I wish it had was maybe a little bit more sweetness, but then again, I like things massively sweet. So for the bake score, going 9 out of 10 on this one. Averaging the 3 stats for Devotion takes it to a 6.5, but I'm gonna happily bring this up to a 7.5 for a few reasons. First, its only weak spot is its cost. Small business can improve over time. Second, very solid macros. Third, on taste, it didn't have the best shake score, but that's because it's designed to be baked and used in recipes, and it did that very, very well. Oh, and because I don't want my friends to rip my nuts off. I support your girl's devotion to Devotion. Pun was intended, but please don't kill me.